Welcome back, everybody. This is Clear Oceans. As you can see, we're having a break to our usually scheduled programming with Rosalor. Clear is my goodness, she's a white mage. We'll get there eventually. Actually, she's only a conjurer at the moment. We haven't got to our white mage stage. Rosalor is my white mage. I am heading back to Limsa Lominsa because you guessed it. Let me just check my. Oh, I know. Let me just check my thing. I might just run around and grab these quests because even though she is my events character, I am slowly leveling her up so that she can be a useful mammal in a battle. All right. It's probably pirates. Is speak with the yellow jacket at the entrance to Sastasha. I see. We are so close. Maybe at the end of this event I'll do it if I have some time in the episode. All right, I'm just going to grab Snero's journey. Private Snero needs your help in the defense of Aleport. Hark! Enemy in the sky! But pull yourself together, Private. You've been trained for this, even if it's the only action you've ever seen has been street fights, tavern brawls, and fisticuffs over who cheated at checkers. First things first, I must ready the cannon. Now to walk myself through the steps. Right. Make certain you are with Sucker, for arming a cannon is no swift matter. So far so good. I'll just get Samel and... Samel? That girl, always nowhere to be found when she's needed. Fine. Sarge always said to improvise. You, over there, adventurer, Limsa Lominsa has need of your service. Slow down the enemy while I arm the cannon. I'll be ready ere the fifth carcass is cold, I promise you. Alrighty, cheeky girl. Let's go. We're going to go and grab... I've not got my budgie out. We'll have to do that in a minute. And I haven't eaten anything, so I'm not getting any extra XP for this. Well. Rightio. I know, it's event time and I'm excited. Oh my. Scribbled like cats and dogs. Scribbled seeks the aid of an able-bodied adventurer. You look like an adventurer who gets around. Mayhap you've noticed the Coeurls and Jackals at each other's throat of late? I've never seen anything quite like it, and the bloodshed only worsens by the day. If this continues, I dare say that one of these groups will wipe out the other before long. Now it bears mentioning that this species of Coeurl isn't native to Vilbrand. By rights, they shouldn't even be here. Nay, I believe they were smuggled. I know of a merchant who may have a hand in these dealings. Her name is Rakontai, and after some probing, I've come to believe she's somehow involved. I would question her myself, but she's like to flee at the first sight of Yella. That's where you come in. I need you to speak with her and learn all you can. Take a look around. She's bound to be nearby. All right, I would take a look around, but I'm pretty sure his smuggling problem can wait until after the Maiden's Rhapsody event, which is running. Let me just get the dates for you over here. It is running from January the 22nd, 2024, through to February the 5th, 2024. And if you're looking at that, American time, we're looking at 12 a.m. on the 22nd PST to 6:59 a.m. on February the 5th, 2024 PST. If you're in Australia like me, it was 1900 AEDT on the 22nd, and it will run to 1:59, I believe, in the morning of the 6th of February. Right. It could be 1:59 in the afternoon, but I would be surprised if that were the case. I know. Let's go. So I did run this event last night to get a feel for it so that I wasn't completely clueless. I'm very glad I did because I did run into questions about when it would respawn and so on and so forth. So now I know. I also now know where to find the quest starter, which is helpful, and I can just show you guys how to do it. We are actually, don't die of shock, we're taking the ferry to Limsa for 40 gil, which is much nicer than 70. Alrighty. And we are off. Now we could go and pick up all these other classes, and I am very tempted to pick up a paladin class or a tank class. Why did I just jog past that? Because while I might have saved a few gil, let's save a little bit of time and head on upstairs. What is that? Oh, that's the opportunity to join the Fishers Guild. I know, I'm so excited for these, and I will get to them, but we won't do them all at once. Limsa Lominsa, aetheryte plaza, let's go. Actually, I think I should have taken the one to... Let me just check something. I think it's... I know, now I have to remember. I said I knew, but now I've got to remember where it is. Pretty sure it might be over here. If it's not over here, it's up one deck. Did I just run the wrong way? Yes. Shh, stop it. It's not funny. Okay, it might be a little bit hilarious. I'm always getting lost. Alright, it is where I thought it was. So I need to go down to the aft castle. I always have to laugh. I see this Imperial nuisance around so much. And I'm like, I love it because, you know, of the storyline with this thing, Imperial nuisance. Either that or, you know, you're officially a nuisance and you're from the Imperials. But anyway, we'll get there eventually. We are going down to the aft castle because it's the closest thingamywhat's to where we need to be. Radio. And then I'm hoping I'm of the right level for this. If we're not, we've got some serious leveling up to do so we can participate. And all of those quests we just took, there it is there. Journey to Remember. I need to be what? Level 30. Okay, you guys know what this means, right? This means clear needs to go all the way back. My goodness. All right. I did not read that in the thing. You have to be level 30 in order to fulfill this quest. We are going to head on back. No, we're not returning to New Britannia. What are you thinking? We're going to head on back to Aleport. We're going to find ourselves a couple of labs to do. We are going to run the It's Probably Pirates thing because that is going to help us level. We're going to do fates and we're going to do questing because we need to be level 30 toot sweet in order to take part in this. Oh my goodness. I know, it's a challenge. So when you do start playing, if you want to go in events, it is much easier if you have a higher level character, well duh, in order to do these. What's this? So they've sent you to do their dirty work? Well, you never take me alive. Never! Oh, Raconte. No. Oh, fiddlesticks. However, we do know where she's run. She has run down here, and I do wish to speak with her. And oh, look, a fate. Alrighty. In our challenge log, we do have one, right? Challenge logs. Yes. Where are we at with our fates? Well, every fate we do is going to count towards XP. Let's get that little beauty going. Raconte, hey, I just want to talk to you, man. Oh, look, an unknown assailant. Oh, I wish I'd got my budgie out. We need him. Oh, can I actually do that with this character? Oh, no. I can't. You know why? Because I do not have a budgie with this character. Oh, no. No battle budgie for me. Alright, look, I just saved your bacon. You want to stop a minute? But please don't hurt me. I didn't do nothing wrong. I smuggled in the curls for breeding like ours, but that's it. I ain't the one sending the jackals onto a frenzy, I swear. Eh? The Yellow Jacket sent you, not the pirates? Why the hell didn't you say so earlier? Well, you caught me. I'm behind the curls in Aleport. Those good-for-nothing pirates had me breed jackals for 'em too. With the right training, they make for nasty watchdogs and the like. But the pirates want more than that, and that's why they asked me for the curls. That they did. I smuggled 'em in, but the pirates took 'em before I could finish the job. Suppose they didn't want to wait for the breeding, but the buggers let 'em escape. Now they've got jackals on the loose, trying to get rid of the curls and clean their mess. I'm a victim as well, you know. Aye, they pay good coin for the animals, but now they got folk chasing after me, wanting to cover their tracks, I'm sure. You hurry and tell those yellow jackets I ain't to blame, you hear? Aye, not my fault. I did the wrong thing and it all went south. Heard that one before. What? Unsympathetic me? No, never. Alright, let's go and get this part of the quest done. Did we eat something so we're getting more XP? Oh my gosh, I am so not used to having this little in my, I'm going to use that too. I might as well be sparkly while I do this. I know. Sparkly. Ah, you're back. What can you tell me of Raconti's dealings? She claims to be a victim as well, eh? Well, it was her greed that brought Curls to Vilbra, and she's sorely mistaken to think the Yellow Jackets will turn a blind eye. Mark my words, she will be held accountable. At any rate, we now know why the Curls and Jackals are trying to tear each other to shreds. The pirates have to be quite careful not to leave any clues. We've managed to capture Raconti's assailants. They're being questioned as we speak, and it won't be long before we track down the pirates. Don't worry, friend. The Yellow Jackets will see them brought to justice. In the meantime, there's still the matter of Raconti and the beasts running amok in the fields. I shudder to think what may happen should the Jackals and Curls continue fighting for much longer. I have a plan, but your assistance is essential to its success. Let me know when you're ready to begin. About now, because I'm short on XP and time. Man's best Fiend, Scribbled, is ready to set his plans in motion. Raconti has admitted to breeding jackals for pirates, but I fear she may be concealing more to be smuggled elsewhere. I bid you speak with her once more. Her cooperation will ensure a lighter sentencing. Curiosity killed the Coeurl. Now then, we need to do something about the Coeurls running wild in Vilbrand. Jackals have been greatly reduced their numbers, but the presence of Coeurls will upset the balance of predation in Aleport. A large number of merchants, sailors, and travellers pass through here daily, and a great many people will be at risk unless we stop the Coeurls here and now. As much as it pains me to say this, they must be done away with. Reports indicate that they were last sighted somewhere in Skull Valley. When you're ready, pray seek them out and do what needs doing. Alright, done. Let's go and talk to whoever that is. Raconti, what a surprise. Hi. Yellow Jackets want to know if I'm hiding more. Fine, I'll come clean if it means preserving me liberty. All the jackals are gone, but there's a wolf pup I was looking after not too far from here. Jackals are easy to come by in Aleport, but wolves, you can be sure folk will pay good money for them. With the Yellow Jackets breathing down me neck of late, though, haven't had time to care for him. Poor thing's probably too weak from hunger to move. I'll tell you where I hid him if you want to take him. Best move now. I have to warn you, though, he may be a pup, but he's likely to make a meal at anyone gets close. Try winning over his stomach with this here succulent bone. If that ain't enough, try rubbing his belly to soothe him. I left the critter in Quarterstone. Hurry, before the pirates find him. Alrighty. Now, really, I don't want to... Oh no, this is one of these couriers that gets into fights, isn't it? Urgent request, bound for Tidegate. Deliver important orders to the Admiral. You don't appear to be dead or drunk, so could you escort me? I would love to escort you. Let us level sync for the fate and head on. Now, like all of the other lunatic couriers we have ever escorted with any character in our lives, this one is bound to not ignore danger. She is bound to start a fight whenever she... There she goes. No, don't you dare. Whenever she sees one. Kind of like... Is that a dusk bat? Okay, I won't get... No, don't you... Oh, really? See, like every other courier. Like our mad tanks in dungeons. Like everybody. I know. So what we're trying to do now is level up sufficiently, and then she's going to axe me with friendly fire. That's not very nice, girl. Is level up the lovely Clear so that she can actually join this new event. And this is one way to do it. So you take part in Fates. At the moment we don't have access to dungeons. No, please. Oh my god. So we don't have access to dungeons yet. We're about to get access to our first one. I know it's a bit slow, but I've been preserving this character for events only. So, alrighty. I pray the local levy has seen that. Yeah, well, no, don't you? Where are you going? Orders to deliver. You are just trouble on a stick. I see them. Alright, and of course we've got to get her there alive. You know, so instead of being smart and that was my auto targeter targeting something that wasn't part of the fate, as it often does. No, don't target that. She is pretty feisty though, for a little tiny kitty. I have a little tiny kitty that's like that too. All right, let's just follow her down. Seriously, just because I am a low level Mr. Mantis does not mean I am your lunch. I'm just keeping half an eye on my courier up here. Boom. All right. Oops. Oh no. Clearly, half an eye was not enough. All right. Get some wind on that one. Try and save her bacon before she dies. I know I'm watching her health diminish rapidly here. Clearly, the killer mantis had friends lurking over the edge of the cliff. All right, miss. Where are you? Oh, no. I know. Got to remember, I'm not high enough to just take random damage from people. Where is my courier? Oh, she made it. More than she deserved, the little rodent. All right, well, that was 3,000 XP. We've discovered a fate nearby. We're not going in there. We are level 26. Now, alrighty. So the next thing we need to do is move ourselves. We've got a couple of missions out in this area that we can do. We need to search for coeurls in Skull Valley. That's a little bit further. Slay puck hatchlings. Keep an eye out for... Alright, what have I got to do? Okay, we're looking for dusk bats. Don't be fooled. That pelican is going to have a nice go at us if he finds us. So we're going to just hopefully slay our hatchlings up, our dusk bats up here. Why are we doing dusk bats? Oh, I know why we're doing dusk bats. There's a fella with a superstition that needs feeding. No, he's not eating the dusk bats. It's his superstition, not him that needs feeding. My goodness. You guys are so literal. Alright, that's that done. I see it. How many more do I need? Just the one? Alright, and look, it's right next to our other thing. So what we'll do is we'll take out the dusk bat. I think the hedge moles will leave us alone. Maybe. Oh, we're 10 levels above them. They will leave us alone. That's kind of good. Alright, nice. So I've discovered, unlike certain other games I won't name, that if you're 10 levels or more above an area, a hostile presence. Oh no. The monsters in this game, unless they're part of a fate, tend not to eat you. Let me just go this way. We'll turn him around because I'd like him to not accidentally target that baby coeurl over there. Alrighty. Got them done. Let's pick that little critter up. Come here, you. You look like a mischief. Meow. Yes, alright. You're very cute. Meow, meow. The baby coeurl looks at you affectionately. It does? Uh-oh. I'm not sure I can murder it now. With, you know, those eyes. I wonder if they need a mascot. Alright, I need puck hatchlings. Let's go and do that. Uh-oh. Those things fireball, you're given half a chance. Alright, let's get this done. Got to be in a line of sight. We're about to get fireballed again. Let's see if we can get a spell off before that happens. No. There. Alright, I only need 5 of these. So we did it. 1 down. 4 to go. 2 down. 3 to go. You'll do. I know. We're not. I've just remembered how low a level I am. We're not playing chicken with anything right now. Puck hatchlings. They fire a little bit quick for me to finish my spell. All right. Any more in the area that easy to get to? No. So I'm hoping they'll respawn by the time I get back from feeding this pup. Let's find out. Okay, this fate. Do we want to risk it? 6 minutes 26. We've joined it. No, we'd have to level sync it. All right, so we could ignore these and not pick on them. Okay, I'm going to pick on that though. I need one more of them. Okay, so that should now be report to Private Snero. That's right, she needs to load the cannon. I know, they'll wander off soon, just don't irritate them. Alright, we're looking for man's best friend. Give this succulent bone to the starved pup. Alrighty. Starved pup, huh? Here you go. Oh, grrr, that's such a cute puppy growl too. Use that. Yip, yip, yip. It's still not enough? Soothe the starved pup. Grrr. Belly scratches on a growling puppy. I'm not sure this is your best ever idea, Racontai. Ah. Oh. Uh-oh. That's the second critter that's adopted me in less than 24 hours. I could be in trouble. We haven't made one level yet. We're about to, though. Once we get down. Actually, why don't we? I know we've got to go to Gridania and Uldar, but what I'm thinking we might do. I need to find my. Yeah. It's probably pirates, J. Let's put that so it's always at the top. Everything else is covered, so we've got that going. All right, let's get moving. I know she's level 26. I'm not sure she could actually take that on because, especially not with 6 minutes. Alrighty, we are going to go and speak with the yellow jacket at the entrance to Sastasha. Now, I'm pretty sure I haven't unlocked. No, I have not unlocked Duty Finder yet, so that's probably a lot of people use that as their go-to for leveling, and there's good reason for that. Let's go talk to the yellow jacket. Please tell me you're here on yellow jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isle of Umbra. We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sastasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belonged to those fishback fancying serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in everyone's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around the caves, find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll keep watching out here, praying you don't spot any blue face tattoos. Aha! Duty Finder and Duty Support unlocked. Sastasha now acceptable. Alrighty. Duty calls, dungeon beckons. This is actually worth reading through. Make sure you do. It will explain Duty Finder if you don't have anyone else to walk through. Now, we can either risk there not being anyone who'll want to go through with this. Let's find out. Let's go with Party of Players. Duty Finder, yep, allows you to challenge dungeons and other duties with other players. You may access it from the duty at the entrance, or you may access it from down here under Duty. You can go down to Duty Finder and open it, and then you can select what task you want to do. So I've selected Sastasha. I'm going to go join, and less than 5 minutes apparently. There is an event on, so we might not have very long to wait. Let's go and turn some things in while we do. We might make a couple of runs through it if we can. I'm thinking one may be enough to get us over the line, but we might need to do 2 or 3. We also have limited. What's that? Medica. That should be on 4. Because when you get to a higher level, you start to do things by muscle memory, and if you have the skill that you usually have on a 4 on a 2, you're going to really mess yourself up. All right. I have been running Sastasha solo with a paladin character. I got her up to level 63 without actually doing any tanking. I'm glad because that would have been a disaster, because tanks tend to be followed through the dungeons, so you kind of have to know your way. So I'm going through with NPCs and learning the dungeons. Mind you, it's also teaching me what my limits are, how much I can pull before my healer can't heal me anymore. And so on. Man's best friend. I heard from Raconta you went looking for the starved pup in Quarterstone. Do you have any luck? I did. Here you go. He's beautiful, by the way. Oh. Ah, this is the pup Raconta's been hiding. Well done. She's here not long ago, as a matter of fact. Seems she's willing to cooperate with the authorities and help set things right. But that's not all, friend. While you were searching for this pup, a group of pirates related to the investigation was taken into custody. Couldn't have done it without your help. The leader has yet to be found, but now Aleport can enjoy a moment of respite. Oh, well, all that remains is what to do with the pup. He seems to have taken a liking to you. Maybe it'd be best if you looked after him. There's no room for him at headquarters, and letting him wander around is out of the question. Please give him a good home. We will absolutely do that. This looks like it's our very first minion. However, we have another quest to complete. Let's do that. Welcome back. How did you fare against the Coeurls? All gone bar this one little kitten. Baby Coeurls grow up to be big Coeurls, so watch out. I see. So this baby Coeurl is all that remains. It's truly a shame it came to this. That's so gorgeous. Most of the jackals died fighting against the Coeurls. It would seem you slew the pirate's last litter while saving this one. Let's at least take solace in knowing the bloodshed is ended. There's a bit of good news to be had, though. Okay, pirates related, taken into custody. To instigate such carnage without scruple, the true animals in this case have been placed behind bars. With any luck, their leader and remaining members will join them shortly. What? What to do with the baby Coeurl? He seems quite fond of you. Almost as if you were his mother. What? No! Yellow jackets are not fit to care for a Coeurl, especially when full grown, but we cannot simply release him back into the world. I suppose there's only one option. Sure, there's room in my backpack for more. Friend, I leave this baby Coeurl in your capable hands. I'm sure you'll do what's best for him. Sigh. Yes, I will. And that is how you get your second minion in this game. If you're doing these in order. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click. If you have a look in your inventory down the bottom here, I think you can see it on screen. Yeah. Right, I'm just going to move this over so you can see that. Okay, down here you'll see there are 2 red dots. They correspond to where these usables are. You right click on them, you hit use, get a beautiful sparkly shiny bit around your character, and you have just earned yourself a minion. And you do the same with this little fella. Boom. Okay, down here you can now summon the Coeurl Kitten minion. You can now summon the Wolf Pup minion. So you find them by going into character. You go into your minion guide. Wander over here. Okay, he's not our first. He's our 3rd and 4th. There we go. So we got Rona Sukoi from the event, the New Year's event. The Coeurl Kitten from this quest. The Wolf Pup from this quest. And the Wind Up Airship. I think we got that from our first quest. But there we go. Looks like it might be quicker to actually just run through this dungeon with a party of NPCs. It's not as much fun, but you won't have to wait for 6 hours to get it done. Alrighty, I'm so glad they give us that option. Oh, no, I know where she is. I'm insane. Alright, where's this other one? Okay, further down. Let's just tidy up. I know where the other one is. Let us just tidy up the last couple of quests in here. I know that lady on the roof is going to give us another one, but we'll finish off this one. Man, go faster. Where's my 9? There we go. Oops, don't get lost. You'll waste it. I know. You start to slow down on your leveling at this level too. It's a bit of a pain. Did we not also have a botany? Okay, no, that's another character. We're good. It's alright. I know. I'm having trouble tracking them now. Ahoy there. Keep your voice down. Nobody's business but ours, isn't it? You got what I asked for? I do. Here you go. Them's the ones. Why, we sailors can be a suspicious lot, you know. Some of the crew might look at me odd like for carrying back past. When the wind's done died and the water casks are dry, it's odd one day, overboard the next. What? No superstition about that. Dusk has been my luck since I was a boy. Survived more than 2 weeks once on 3 bats I caught, trapped at the top of an abandoned watchtower. Even ate a wing off one before I made it up my mind to climb down the wall. This journey will be sailing past the Isles of Umbra. I can feel the sea honing those reefs. Lights at Farah Sirius burned dim since the calamity. I've always found it a mite too much like that old watchtower for company. Ain't been that frightened boy for a long time, ill-used, starved and more than half mad, inching down that sandstone wall on handholds no bigger than a fingertip. But I'll have me 5 bat wings on every journey, just the same as that boy had. Alright, we have not that class, not that class. Ooh, this looks good. Disciple of War, that's not going to work. Alright, looks like we're taking his elegans and running. We will take his next quest. I'm going to skip through here. Mummy Dearest. Now, he's got a letter for a girl at the same place as I think our next quest will take us. Let's go with a 9, get some sprint on. I know, must go faster. Faster would be good. Up here. I know. So that little symbol you can see sitting beside my name, that means I am waiting for Duty Finder. And I could be waiting for a bit by the look of it. It's 7 minutes, and the average wait time was 5, but it has grown to 7. So we might pull ourselves our Duty Finder and just go with a bunch of NPCs. And the good news about that is I don't have to run all the way back to it. Ready to fire? Keep my promises and you keep your skills well honed. I see. I just received a dispatch. They weren't attacking Aleport. Well, that's... Oh dear, I've made a mistake and don't need to fire my cannon, and now I'm bored again. Gladiator, Marauder, Disciple of War. Let's take the money. Alright, let's take her next mission very quickly. She's found something else to be scared of. Of course she has. We're slowly inching up, but do you know what I think we'll do? Let's duck into duty. Grab that Duty Finder. It doesn't look like it's going to pop anytime soon. We're going to withdraw out of that because you cannot be in Duty Finder and Duty Support. We'll go to Duty Support. We now have a Realm Reborn under Duty Support. We are going to get rid of the advice box so I can see the screen. Register for the duty. It'll let us start straight away. Let's commence. This is your first time seeing this duty, so I will let the video play. Okay. Basically, every introduction gives you a tiny bit of story, but it also lets you know something of the layout of the dungeon you're going into and something of what you can expect. Something of. The first half is pretty deceptive. Now, the difficulty with playing these things, let me just grab Limit Break. Actually, that does remind me. Let's go into Character, into Actions and Traits. Actions General. Limit Break. Let's pop that down over here on my bar of useful bits and bobs. Rightio. I feel like sparkling. Let's sparkle. Let's just grab that. Now, Limit Break happens when you when the party's limit gauge is full, which is this thing up here, right up in the top right-hand corner. If you have a look down here, you'll see we're all good. Look for underneath these things here. You'll see who's drawing the most aggro. You don't want that as a healer to be you. However, we need to encourage our Marauder fellow to get to work. So he attacks someone entirely. I've found this is the hardest part in tanking. And I should be keeping an eye on my tank and remembering I'm not tanking today. Let's heal him up before he carks it. The nice thing about your NPC guys is, let me just fix that. Right, the nice thing about your NPC guys, tanks, is that they're not going to run on ahead of you and take on more than they can chew. If this is your first time running through Sastasha, you may wish to read the bloody memo. A, because you'll unlock this area and have mapped it, and B, because it gives you... Likes his cabbage green, does he? Right, oh man, of course he has picked on the nearest monster. Let's just heal him up. What did I say about these guys not taking on more than they could chew? I take it back. You're as bad as a human tank. Alrighty. Let's go now. There is an achievement linked to these dungeons for mapping all the dungeon, which means you need to find all the areas. So, let's just grab this. Keep an eye on our tank. Get ready to save his bacon. I think with so many people saying in order to level up quick, be a healer to get through the dungeons, there's a lot of healers now, so we're not as needed. This one I chose because I was random rolling what I needed to do, and out of the 3 things in Redania, I rolled this instead of one of the DPS classes that I could have had. Alright. Let's head on down this way. Grab that cave Aurelia, irritate it. That should send my tank forward. So playing with an NPC party is a lot different. You don't want to be doing this when you're playing with humans. Your human tank will choose the targets and your job is just to keep them alive and support them as a healer. Running it as a healer with NPCs is good practice. It gives you an idea of what you need to do. And also practice at changing between your offensive and healing capabilities before you encounter a human party that might get upset if you're new. However, having said that, in Final Fantasy XIV Online, I have discovered that the community is lovely. Most of the time, that if you tell them up front, if in your party chat, if you say I'm new to healing, they will be a lot more patient with you. Your tanks will tend to pull less so that they don't overwhelm you, and so on and so forth. So but you do need to let them know up front, so that they know to just change their playstyle a little bit, so as not to die. Because basically, if they overwhelm their healer, they'll die. So they're usually pretty happy to know if you're new to start with. Oops, that was my bad. Oh boy. My tank will come and hopefully rescue me very shortly. Help. So if you have a look down here, you'll see that the tank bar here is full aggro, which means he's drawing all the attention just like he should. You also notice he's got no mitigations up. That's probably because he's a marauder. He doesn't get those till later, so you need to take extra care of your marauder tanks. And actually one of the things I have discovered is that your paladin tanks or your gladiator tanks have a similar problem in that they have very few mitigation strategies at the level that you run this dungeon in. And because it won't matter how high a level they are, they I know I'm talking and concentrating, it's not working very well for me. Because, yeah, it won't matter what level they are because the dungeon levels them down to 15, so they lose access to their higher level abilities. Right, so your tank in a human group will not wait for you. You will be waiting for him. And you should let him lead. So the tank sets the pace of the battle. He's the one who knows his way through the dungeon, you hope. Brand new tanks can have trouble with that. So if you're a brand new tank, you've got to let your party know you're new to tanking. If you're new to the dungeon, let them know you're new to the dungeon. You might luck out and have someone who's run it 20 times, and they will generally let you do what you need to do, and only step in if they're absolutely needed if you ask. So just be prepared for that. But like I say, it's a lovely community to do it in. I've had I've run in other communities, and where I won't run the dungeons because the community's not that nice, or I haven't found the nice part of the community yet, so I'm a little bit scared to run dungeons. But this community is awesome. I know, I'm just trying to get past that. Oops, that was my bad. Alright. Grab my tank, heal him up. So this is the other thing. I never could work out how people, how healers knew when we were hurting. And it's because they use this top right hand corner here. Which means you've got to look after your healer, because half the time their brain is over in this top right hand corner trying to make sure you're alive, you stay alive. Which means they may miss things, and you've just got to, yeah, be aware of that. Because they might miss area effects. The one thing you don't want them missing is you. So if they don't have to worry too much, you know, just give them a heads up or whatever. Anyway, I know I'm waffling. I'm not sure I'm quite getting it right as I talk, because my head's over here to keep my tank alive. The one thing with these is you'll run a little bit slower, because but you're the one also who sets the pace, so if you're running too slow, it may be your fault. Alright, keep an eye on the tank. Usually this is where he'll get inundated. Beautiful. We have such an awesome tank here too. My nice NPC tank. Alrighty, now, did we go into all the corners here? I may have done. It looks like I did. Alright. So if you want to find something extra, you can hit these coral formations. They'll give you an option to do stuff, but we're going to ignore the note. It's a blue coral formation we want. There's a switch in here. We're going to press it. Oh wait, okay. Hey, that changed. Oh, when did that change? It used to be a blue coral formation was on the note, and the blue coral formation was what activated. Yeah, okay, so the green coral formation. The captain likes his cabbage green. Press the switch on the green coral formation. And cut. Alrighty. Now, once you've done that, this comes up. I know. Here we go. We're trying to touch the inconspicuous switch. What? No. Okay. And then we have this. Captain likes his cabbage green. Maybe it's different on each world. That's right, we won't be able to tell if we're level 30 yet. We should level running through here. We've hit limit break. Now, I don't think my NPCs are going to use that, so let's see what happens when we do that. Oh, I have no idea. As a healer, I tend not to use the limit break. I leave that for my tanks. Grab the treasure coffer. In a dungeon with people, you are going to need to to bid for it. So we don't need to do that. Mummy, dearest, deliver the letter to Wildsmith. That's okay. Alrighty. As a tank, you're going to be wanting to get in and get these guys' attention. As a healer, you should not be attacking before your tank, except when you're running with NPCs. It's a slightly different style of play. And see, the tank has pulled them off already, which means he, of course, is getting all the attacks. We better watch him, keep his health up. He might just be an NPC, but it doesn't matter. If your tank falls over, you will too. Eventually. So he's got that increase. Let's just heal him up. Not that he needs it, but we'll do it anyway. It's good practice. I'm just going to go and investigate. Oh, we've already investigated that empty corner. Yep. Okay. We're mapping it as we go. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple of extra turns that you won't normally take in a fight. Let's go. Uh-oh. Do you see how the tank has drawn them away? I know, I wasn't going to heal myself. I just didn't hit the tank close enough, soon enough. So as a healer, you're a DPS as well. Once you get comfortable with the healing, your tank will not want you to DPS until you're comfortable and until you've practiced. You know, until you can switch between healing and DPSing smoothly, because your tank will not want to die. All right, so you just gotta learn. It's not that hard. It's run through a dungeon a few times as with the NPCs, and you'll very soon get the hang of it. Just don't expect a human group to wait for you like these guys come back. The human group is just going to go charging off down the corridor and leave you behind. And you'll kind of be running after them going, wait for me! Alrighty, this is where we're going to do a couple of rooms that we don't normally do with a human group, and that's because we want to get the achievement of mapping Sastasha. Because achievements give you points, and points let you buy cool stuff at the achievement shop, like more minions. I better stop waffling and look after my tank. At least he's not out of range like half the other tanks that are... Well, okay, half? It's closer to 90% of the other tanks. Alright, so normally what we do is we would run up and over this and we take out these guys, we'd pick up the key, we'd unlock that, and then we'd go and unlock the Wave Rider door. Today what we're going to do is we're going to go... Well, okay, we're going to deal with these guys. If you avoid them, you generally don't have to. Help, Mr. Tank? Alright. It's like, you daft widget, don't draw their attention before I'm ready. I hear you, Mr. Tank. Alright. Okay, so normally we'd ignore this room. We're not going to ignore it today, we'll just irritate these guys. So what we need to do is we're mapping Sastasha. To map Sastasha and get the achievement, you need to go into the rooms and find them. At least that is my understanding, because you need to find all the locations. And each dungeon has a clause for that, so... I know I'm absent-mindedly hitting things and not healing. Ooh, bad healer. Alright, that's one room down. Alright, I might move in so my tank is in line of sight, hopefully, because I can't heal him if he's not in line of sight. It's the other thing. As a healer, you've got to position yourself so you can see the people you want to heal. Otherwise, your skill won't go off, and then they'll die, and then you'll be sad, or dead, or both. Alrighty. Sometimes there are chests in these rooms. Mostly with these guys, once you've mapped it once, you don't need to do it again. So we'll head on this way. We'll head into the next. There's another room up here. Okay, this room has a treasure chest in it, so mark it. If you're doing runs for treasure, you want to not miss it. Keep an eye on your tank. I know I'm a little bit slow this morning. Probably a good thing I'm not running with a group of humans. So the objective is we want to get to level 30 so that we can take part in the latest event. We started this character in order to take part in the Starlight celebration for 2023. Her second event was the New Year's celebration. I keep having trouble. Heavenstern, the Heavenstern celebration. Have trouble remembering the name. This is her third event. I'm a little bit upset that I'm not the right level for it. But like I said, I'm only running her for during events. So keep an eye on my tank. My eager marauder. Who else would you get in Limsa? So all I'm doing to select him is I'm left clicking. I'm not in range. Well, I can fix that. Alrighty. Now, you also want to get the captain's quarters key while you're running through here. There we go. Alright, let me have a look at my map. So we have done this room, and this room. I'm just going to go and do these rooms here, and then we're going to come back and do the captain's quarters and Wave Rider Gate. Where was I going? I'm lost again. Give me a minute. Right, this way. So basically we are mapping Sastasha. As soon as I remember where the entrance is. And like I said, most of these rooms do not have I don't know if I'm going to get away with staying here. Ooh. At least he makes sure he's in range. Is everyone okay over there? Sometimes you got to stay in your tank until he and your DPS have taken down enough that he's not taking a lot of incoming damage. In this case, he's taking a fair amount. You don't want to heal him every time he goes down a tiny notch. Let him get down to about a third if you've only got Cure 1. Because it takes a bit to get them up from there. A smart tank will make sure they don't outdistance you and then take a ton of damage before you can get there. Let's just say a lot of the tanks I have run with in randoms have not been smart and they have died because I couldn't heal them fast enough. Okay, this room does have a treasure coffer in it, my bad. Alright. So we've now mapped that room. Let's go map the room next door. I'm going to just send my tank in there by doing a ranged. There's my tank doing his job, grabbing them, turning them around so that their attacks all face away from most of the party. And that lets our Thaumaturge, who's a ranged DPS, be able to cast in peace. I'm going to heal him anyway. Alright, you may or may not want to open this room because it has a treasure coffer in it. We're just going to grab the key, unlock the door. If you're tanking, usually your DPS or your healer will do this. You probably want your DPS to do it so your healer stays close to you. Otherwise, your healer will just fall further and further behind. Alright, I'm going to go C. You would not do this with a human group, but we can with this. Alright, looks like we don't have anything from this run that we can use. Fine. Doobie-doobie-doo. So yeah, so rather than wait 20 minutes or so to for a group, what I've done is I've gone through with a group of NPCs, and that's giving me the time to just map things. You know, you don't really want to hold up a player group by trying to map it, even if it is your first time through. Grab our tank. Tab and okay. Alright, we have the captain's quarters key. In a group, if one person picks up the key, everyone has access to it. So, let's just start the fight and our tank will turn him round. And we might just stand at the door and hit him with a lot of rocks. Make sure we heal our tank. Alright, now they'll come running back to me. Being NPCs, they won't have picked up the Wave Rider gate key, which you need. And there is no other treasure in this room. Righty, you need the room anyway. Alrighty, we have mapped, I think, all of the locations to here. Let's start a fight so we can get to the Wave Rider gate, which is the key we just picked up from that nice man in the captain's quarters. Keep an eye on our tank, he's bound to get himself hurt. Alrighty, unlock the door before they come and crowd it. I know, because they're pains in the patootie that way. The tank's like, I should lead. I'm like, yes, you should. Why aren't you? Because you're an NPC. I knew that. Alrighty, I think we've mapped everything that way. We'll know in a minute. If the achievement doesn't pop, we'll know we'll have to come back through and find what we missed. Alrighty. Oh no. Alrighty, let's send the tank in. By DPSing, you're actually reducing the amount of healing that you're going to have to do. And if your DPS skills are less than your healing skills, that's kind of useful. Let's not let him get too much lower. Okay. Oh, how's my tank? I know there's another threat coming. Once we get this guy down to about half. Okay, there they are. And our tank is onto it. Oh no, I could change to the DPS targets. That might be smart. But I discovered that they fall down pretty quick. Alrighty, I'm just going to go and map this room over here. It's my first time in the dungeon, so we'll just make sure we've gone in and mapped it. That's usually enough. In a normal run with people, you probably won't do that at all. You'll just follow them down here. Okay, achievement unlocked. Mapping the realm, Sastasha, and that basically means we found the very last area. Let's send our tank in. This space is where a lot of tanks tend to tend to get me. Let me just get into range. I know I'm hopeless. That means my tank is not in range. What they tend to do is they tend to pull all of the pirates in the room. That's a really bad idea, by the way. Your healer cannot keep up with you. At least the NPC healers that I've done that to have not been able to keep up with me. So there are a number of groups of pirates. We might just take this one down because he's always, yeah, good tank. Because I've always got to run back and get him when I don't. Now he's going to go on to the next lot. Yeah. Thanks, tank. Let's heal him up. So, and all I'm doing for the rest is I'm just using tab. And normally, like when we're in the wild, if you've watched anything with Rosalor, you'll see that she uses her auto target in the wild, and it inevitably targets something she doesn't want to attack 9 times out of 10. So let me just heal my tank again. So yeah, but I mean, this is the grand tour, so let's tour over here and we'll irritate them. Keep an eye on our tank. I don't know if it actually gives you more XP to take out everything in the dungeon. And we'll heal him. And then we'll tab and put wind on someone else. You can go through and completely ignore these patches of pirates here, but I'll just show you where they are. Because it's fun, and we can. There's no one over there, is there? See, I love this tank. He's actually finding them before anything else. I won't go too far the other way. So yeah, you can generally gather up 2 groups of pirates as a tank without your NPC healer having trouble keeping up with you. And generally, if your NPC healer is having trouble keeping up with you, a PC healer will also struggle. So if you run these dungeons as a tank first to learn the layout, you will also learn what your limits are, pulling the enemy, and get a vague idea of what your healer limits are as well. Alright, let's get these guys. I'm pretty sure they won't let us into the final battle unmolested. You mean invalid target. Alright, now I need to heal my tank. Tab, and I don't know, put wind on whoever that is. As long as your tank's holding their attention, it's pretty good. It's when you start using group spells that affect multiple targets, even for healing, that you'll start to draw some attention. But this little aggro bar down here, you'll notice the tank's is full, mine is empty, and so is pretty much everyone else's. And that's kind of how it should be. So if you're tanking, that's how you can gauge how effective you're doing as well. Okay, I am going to send him in there half healed. Let's go to the very last battle. We'll let the cutscene run. First time with this character. Psh, you sully our spawning grounds, walker. Uh-oh, oh wow. I'm pretty sure that was something rude in that critter's language. You earn the achievement. Yep, Dan Pshaw. Finish, fools. The Lord of the World shall sup on your souls. Oh, don't let it eat me, Mr. Tank. Alright, keep an eye on him. We've also, given it's NPCs, we are going to have to keep an eye on everything else as well. The unnatural ripples in these boxes can be problematic. Let's heal this guy up. Bubbles begin forming on the water surface. And again. And again. Just keep an eye on the wind spell as well. Keep an eye on the tank. Don't let him die. Not this close to the end, that'd just be hard, wouldn't it? Refresh the wind spell. Any minute now. Yep, here we go. Let's heal that tank before we get a fish in the face. Once he falls, this guy over here falls, everyone else falls. So focus on the big guy. Yes, we leveled up. Heal. Boom. Everyone's happy. Alrighty. That is all of that. Seems I can't commend any of you, I will bow with thanks. Bid you goodbye. And head on out. We're going to grab our treasure on the way out. Alright, a plundered cane. Now I wonder if that's useful. Let's have a look. No, it's not as good as our U-crook. Alright. Oh, everything is in sync. Alright, let's head on out of the dungeon. Leave the duty. Now the nice thing is if you go into a duty from your duty finder or your duty support, you will discover that you end up where you started. And alright, I might just do my duty finder. We can try running it again a bit faster if you want. We need to speak with Badron at the Drowning Wench. We need to deliver the letter to Wiltswiss and dispatch some hedge moles. Alrighty. There is, I mean, I didn't even get that. So there is only one thing I can join in here. Let's join it. Oh my gosh. And some days it be like that. Oh my gosh, this episode has run a bit long. I will run this duty once. Otherwise I'll be fiddling out of the screen. First thing you want to do once you accept a duty is go into party so that you can talk to your party. We're just waiting for a DPS. Fingers crossed. If we have to wait again, what I'll do is you'll see this run next episode, but otherwise we'll run it now. Here we go. Alright, now you know how long it took me to run it on my own with the NPCs? Let's skip the cutscene. We're going to wave to our party. Often this leaves me behind. Grab our tank. Right, I want to get rid of that irritating thing in the front of my screen. So just zip that out of the way. I need to sprint to catch up. Where's my tank? Yes. If you highlight your tank, he becomes very easy to find. You don't want him to. No, you really don't want him to be doing that. And this is where the difference between an NPC tank and a PC tank becomes very apparent. Alright, back to the tank. We also want to be using lucid dreaming when our tank is working as this hard, because otherwise we're going to run out of MP. I probably didn't need to do that. Oh no, come on, don't you dare. Bad tank. No, he's not a bad tank. He's actually pretty good. He's timed it perfectly. He can see his DPS are keeping up with the targets. So, and that's the other thing as a tank. Watch how much your helpers are doing. Please don't go any further. Okay, where's my tank? I know, they wear dark clothes. That bright blue light is really helpful. He's going to go and pull a whole bunch of stuff. Oh no, I'm going to make sure he stays in range. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run through. The trick is not letting your tank get out of range. That's the biggest probably one of the biggest things you want to do, because you cannot heal him if your spell can't get to him. This tank seems to be aware of where his healer is too, that's kind of nice. Alright. No, he's good. Okay, back on the tank. Here he's about to need some more healing. It's a tank. Why wouldn't it need more healing? Just give it a minute. Alright. Yeah, looks like the red has done it. We're going to let the DPS and the tank take the lead, so that they direct where the battle goes. Same with any support class if you're playing. Just keep an eye on your tank. He's trying to stay out of range. He may not be good. Let us give him some healing. Do I have it sooner at this level? No, I do not have a sooner at this level. Alrighty, a sooner is what we use to remove negative effects off our armor and our tank. These guys know what they're doing. We're just gonna loot rules. We're just gonna get rid of that. Loot rules. Open the loot and you can highlight it and you can tell people if you need it, and then the game will decide whether or not you get it. If you don't vote for it, you may get something anyway, or you may not. As a healer, your primary responsibility is not loot. Your primary responsibility is making sure your party doesn't die. Okay, and trying to keep up. Here we go. So it looks like we have a scholar with us as well. Maybe. I think that's what that ferry is, or possibly that's my summoner. Right, and like, as you notice, they haven't gone into the end room, and that's because they may have mapped it already, or they're not interested. They just want to get the run done as fast as possible. Alright, this is going to be busy for us, so we need to focus on our tank. He's highlighted already. We're going to try and stay out of trouble. Alrighty, let's go. Time to heal him. He's facing a lot of opponents. He can actually lose health real fast. Tab and chew. Tank and cure. So the reason I'm using Windgust is just move in a bit, so we're right up close enough to heal him without attracting attention. The reason we're using Windgust is it does damage over time, so it's kind of like, where's my tank? There he is. Alright, how do these guys want to play it? Okay, they are just going to go straight down. We're going to do a Medica so that we heal a group. We've got to be in close enough to do that. Highlight our tank. He's about to face a single opponent with his sidekick. So we're able to do a little bit of DPS. Alright, they know about the key. There we go. Our DPS or our tank has got our key, our DPS. It's like a Reaper. Is that a Reaper? Let's go. Grab our tank. Okay, I don't think our tank needs us for the minute. We will help with some wind. Okay. Check our loot if you want. We don't have need. We have need of pants. Alright, sometimes you can do the loot check on the run. Really, you just don't want to let it distract you. Okay, that's the whistle. There's a dog coming for me. I'm going to focus. I'm going to trust that my tank has got me covered. He may not, but he may. It's a different style. Alright, let's go. What's in our loot box? We're going to just leave that. Okay. Oh no, he is so not. Please don't. Alright, Medica, because I've got 2 injured. Straight back onto the tank. Don't you dare attack me. Straight back onto the tank again. Give someone wind. Hit a Medica because we've got another injured down here. Oh wait, I'm injured too. How sad. Grab that tank. Give him a healing. Wind. And then earth. Tab, another target. Where's my tank? Grab my tank. So you notice they're not going to go for... They're trying not to draw any attention from the others. Tab and 2. So this is more a normal run. How instead of... I mean, I did the grand tour. These guys are doing what you'll normally encounter with a group of people. Let's heal our tank. He's going to need... No, he's good. Alright, they're going straight in. We're going to skip this cutscene as well. Yep. Alrighty. Got my tank highlighted. We're going to stay out. Okay, we're going to assist the tank by putting wind on the Orca-toothed. And then we're going to do some DPS work. We're just going to watch him as he comes down. And then we're just going to go... Keep an eye on the tank while we do this. And there we go, he falls. And we'll skip the cutscene. Game, thank you. Go to player commendations. Commend my tank because that was a good run. And then we're going to leave. Oh my god, we didn't leave soon enough. So basically, if they leave and leave treasure in the pot, you'll get the treasure in your backpack. Thanks guys, that was a superb run. We're at level 29. You know what? We need to do it again. Let's do it one more time. Okay, down here, I got some plundered arms, gladiators. I don't have a gladiator character. I'm going to leave that just packed for the minute. Alright, let's sign up. Next episode. This episode, I'm going to call it here. If you enjoyed it, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. I'll check you later. Take care out there.